CWE. Hotshot Danny Duggan wants to run his mouth, try to take a stepping stone on the franchise's head. Ain't bad. Pretty damn good idea. Big star. Step on him to try to go. Wait a second. I read that story someplace. Wait a second. I wrote the damn story, punk. I'm the guy that wrote that manual. I'm the guy that started the legit shoot promos into business, punk. So you think you're going to go on the internet, Facebook, CWE's website, and use the franchise as a stepping stone? Now you got my attention. Because next week, right here, I'll make my CWE debut. And I'll show you what a franchise does to big mouth punks. I will franchise your ass in front of your hometown fans, in front of your family, in front of your pals. And as I leave Winnipeg, the fans can all say what a jackass that franchise is. But every one of them will also say, what a tough son of a bitch. And you'll call me sir. Punk.
I'm Mike Young, joined as always by Dynamite Dave Petro. It's CWE TV, and we got a great show lined up for you tonight. In tag team action, we will see the 123 approved.ca television champion Billy Blaze teaming up with Bring the Pain Matt Fairlane, and together they'll take on the team of the Axe and the Rebel Bobby Collins.
And in our television main event, MENTALLO with Tyler Colton in his corner. He's taking on Kaze, a huge main event tonight.
All that and more coming at you next.
Give your body the edge in one click with musclesbymyers.com. We have sports supplements, vitamins and minerals for all lifestyles and levels of fitness. And call or email for free one-on-one guidance. Smart buyers shop at Myers and musclesbymyers.com.
Production services provided by Couch Potato Films.
Vicky Shea, CWE TV. I'm backstage with Matt Fairlane and Billy Blaze. Now, you guys are excellent singles wrestlers, and you're forming kind of an unlikely tag team to face off against the Axe and Bobby Collins. Do you think having a common enemy is enough to keep you guys as a good team?
I think that's more than enough to keep Billy Blaze and Matt Fairlane, Bring the Pain, the alpha male Matt Fairlane, on the same page tonight. You see, Billy's a current champion. I'm soon to be a two-time heavyweight champion. So I got the Axe in my eyesight. He's got Bobby Collins. Those guys have nothing compared to the two of us.
Hey, I've beaten Collins to win this. Axe is just a bigger Collins. Throw him a beaten two, then we'll get you your belt back.
All right, let's head to the ring.
Ladies and gentlemen, the following is a tag team contest set for one fall. Introducing first, the team of Bring the Pain Matt Fairlane and the 123 approved.ca television champion Billy Blaze.
You gotta look at this team and like what you see. Welcome to CWE TV. I'm Mike Young, joined by Dynamite Dave Petro, and we kick things off tonight with a tag team contest.
Does this mean that Matt Fairlane is now an honorary member of the SOA?
I think he's aligned himself with the right people in his mind. Never hurts to align yourself with a gang.
Align yourself definitely on the hunt to regain his CWE championship. Bring the pain, Matt Fairlane, now in a big tag team match with Billy Blaze.
And their opponents, the team of the Rebel, Bobby Collins, and the Axe.
A big problem lurks towards the ring for Matt Fairlane, a guy he angered a couple of weeks ago here on CWE TV, and a guy who's got nothing but vengeance in his eyes and on his mind. He picks up the chair on his way to the ring. That's the chair that Fairlane used to attack him, and it had no effect.
Absolutely no effect other than an annoyance. The Axe is so big, so mean, but he is size-wise like an elephant, and you know what they say about elephants, they never forget, and definitely has revenge on his mind. He steps in the ring, Matt Fairlane bails out, Billy Blaze bails out. The Axe now looking at his two opponents with kind of a disgust in his eyes.
And that's just part one of the equation in this tag team matchup. The other part, a feud that's been building over the 123approved.ca television championship. Billy Blaze, the champion, and the Rebel, Bobby Collins, who stands opposite the ring. Bobby Collins made it all the way to the finals of that 123approved.ca television title tournament. Didn't get the job done. Billy Blaze became the first ever champion, and Bobby Collins has been itching to get that title around his waist. Ducks under early on as Blaze comes in. Luthez press to kick us off, and Bobby Collins just tossed off by the big man, Billy Blaze.
Bobby Collins been around the rings of professional wrestling since the 90s, and what is this one called?
Throws him in. Oh, looked like the 204.
Maybe a 2.5-4.
Not as pretty as the 619, but effective nonetheless.
Yeah. Anytime you can kick somebody in the head, it's effective.
Drops the leg on him, too. Billy Blaze trying to get out of dodge here with the help of Matt Fairlane. He was taken off guard, and Collins has shocked him with 3 big moves.
Now, as much as I despise the tactics of these two guys, it was probably a brilliant move to get them out to regroup.
Look out!
Just till now.
Collins down hard on top of Fairlane and Blaze. The Axe using him as a projectile, launching him to the floor, and Billy Blaze can't get any breathing room on Bobby Collins.
I don't think those fans at ringside are ever going to be the same when they see Bobby Collins almost being dropped on their laps.
Some lucky fan almost went home with Bobby Collins tonight.
Absolutely. Oh my.
Clubbing blow by the big man, and by big, that's an understatement. The Axe, a fan favorite here in CWE because no one's got the balls enough to boo him.
No, exactly right. And when he body slams you, it's like planting a flower. Like it's probably about 3 feet deep. I'm glad there's a good heavy wooden floor underneath the ring, because the middle bar underneath it probably would have went through the floor.
When the Axe performs in Winnipeg in summertime and he slams an opponent in the ring, you think it's thunder from outside.
Yeah, absolutely. I've been in outdoor shows where the Axe have slammed guys down into grassy areas around the ring, and actually it's like an outline, like a snow angel in the grass.
May as well just put the chalk outline around him right then and there.
Biggest man in this area. What do they call it? Oh, how much did he weigh in today, did they say? He's got to be tipping in about 455.
He is close to that half-century mark, if you will. Half-millennium mark, I guess it would be in this case.
Good
the
grief.
Axe tagging in Bobby Collins, who wants to get back in there, back on the attack against the guy whose title he wants, Billy Blaze. Blaze reverses, and a huge clothesline by the big man and member of the Sons of Anarchy, Billy Blaze.
You know what, and I wouldn't be doing my job to say that, you know, these guys with that gang mentality of the Sons of Anarchy, they could be anywhere lurking around ringside just to make sure that things don't go any better for Bobby Collins.
Wherever you see one, the other two not far behind, and still a lingering issue that's been going on for months, the rib injury to Bobby Collins, and Blaze right back focusing on those ribs.
Absolutely. Bobby Collins still trying to fight back against the big man Billy Blaze, but just gets knocked down right to the canvas.
123approved.ca television championship. 123approved.ca will help you out with your loan. No credit, bad credit, good credit, whatever. any credit at all, 123approved.ca will help you out.
I cracked my bumper on the way here. I think I want to get a new car. I don't like the dent in my car.
Well, if you need some help with that, 123approved.ca, the place to go.
But my credit's not any good.
Don't worry about that.
Really?
They'll take care of it.
123approved.ca, huh?
Yes.
All right.
Don't you forget it.
Perfect.
Matt Fairlane slamming Collins, jabbing in the face of the axe to drag him into the ring. Fairlane, the king of dirty tricks. And that's how he held that CWE championship as long as he did. Fairlane itching to get it back, though. Robbie Royce, of course, our champion. We saw him last week laid out at the hands of that big man and Marius. We still don't know who that guy is.
How about Shane Douglas kicking off today's show with strong words? Strong words for hotshot Danny Duggan.
Certainly had strong words to say, and we'll see whose words mean more, Duggan's or Douglas's. Next week, our main event, the franchise, takes on the franchise. Shane Douglas versus Danny Duggan.
And a big television main event tonight, Mike. MENTALLO, the CNW provincial champion.
Former CNWA provincial champion. Look at this in the ring. Referee distracted. And Fairlane mocking Bobby Collins. He thinks that was the referee counting. It was not the case. Fairlane, Widowmaker. This one could be over.
Referee saw nothing, Mike. Referee saw nothing at all.
1, 2, 3. Blaze picks up the victory. The axe is steamed. Oh my, that's a travesty of justice.
Ladies and gentlemen, your winners, the team of Matt Fairlane and Billy Blaze.
What an ending to that matchup. Collins thought the referee was making the pinfall. It was Matt Fairlane faking it. When Collins got up, Fairlane hit him with the Widowmaker, and Blaze picked up the victory. We got more CWE on the way. Stick around. MENTALLO and Tyler Colton get together to take on kaze in our main event.
Muscles by Myers. Best supplements. Best service. Best prices. Period. Tell them CWE sent you. Hey yo, this right here is former WWE World Tag Team Champion, Grandmaster Sexay, Brian Christopher. And I got a little inside scoop for you. When you need a new ride, when you tired of the one you got, or you need a new one, you want to look good going down the highway, you want to look good for all the girls, all the guys on the street corner, whatever, you call 123 approved. And they'll hook you up with a loan, get your new car, be looking fly, be looking like this guy. Oh yeah, 123 approved. Don't forget. Yeah.
This kamikaze character, don't worry about it. There's nothing to worry about. Your league's ahead of this guy.
You know, you gotta respect someone who's willing to come 2 provinces over just to take a loss.
MENTALLO, Tyler Colton, and Max. You know, you guys want to talk about respect? How about we talk about disrespect? Like what happened a couple weeks ago on TV when I had you beat, and your disrespectful tag team partner came in, jumped me with my back turned. You know what it is? You know what you guys are? You're just a bunch of athletic cowards. You know that? So you know what? If you wrestle kaze tonight at even half as hard, half double as hard, doesn't matter, as you wrestled me a couple weeks ago, you better prepare yourself for a loss, my friend. Thanks.
That's so, yeah?
Yeah, enjoy yourself.
I'm backstage with kaze. Up next, you take on MENTALLO. He's a veteran. He's a main event wrestler, an international star. A lot of CWE fans have been buzzing about this on social media. What would it mean for your career to win against someone like MENTALLO?
MENTALLO, I have a lot of respect for you. You've been there, you've done that. And here I am, spinning my wheels, scraping and clawing, just like you did. And I'm on the verge of finally finished being called the best kept secret in Alberta. MENTALLO, you and I are going to lock up, and it's going to be one hell of a match. The fans are going to go away happy. Dream match. You see, I go to bed, and I dream of this match. This is a big opportunity, and I am not going to take it lightly. You are going to bring your best, And the athletic freak of nature is going to bring his A game.
Let's head to the match.
Oh, ladies and gentlemen, the following contest is set for one fall. Introducing first, being accompanied to the ring by the blue-eyed idol Tyler Colton. He is the CNWA Provincial Champion, the Zombie Hunter, MENTALLO.
The Zombie Hunter, MENTALLO, making his way through the crowd with Tyler Colton. Interesting way of coming out to the ring and sporting a bit of a new mask here.
Bit of a new look for MENTALLO.
MENTALLO, Colton, together they are M-Max, and they are the #1 contenders to the CWE Tag Team Champions. And in 2 weeks' time, they will get their title shot.
A big championship match, Mike?
That's right, a three-way dance, if you will. They will take on the champions, the Sons of Anarchy, and the guys who were the former champions, the Big Sexy Beast, AJ Sanchez and Kevy Chevy.
And his opponent, hailing from Dimension X, kaze.
We saw him last week make a CWE debut, and he lost it. Hopefully, he can get a victory this time around instead of going 0-2 to start his CWE career. Kaze.
You know, some guys ease their way into a new territory, Mike. Not Kaze. He took on ATM last week. He came out on the short end of the stick in that one, and now not even phasing him, going into the ring with perhaps the toughest man right here in CWE, MENTALLO.
Certainly one of the toughest men to defeat one-on-one, and that's exactly how Kaze is going to take on MENTALLO tonight. One-on-one, a rare treat since the team of Colton and MENTALLO got together. A rare treat to see this guy in singles competition.
Definitely think this is going to be one high-flying match. We saw what Kaze could do in that losing effort to ATM, and we know what MENTALLO can do.
MENTALLO, one of the top competitors in this country, and MENTALLO looking to make an example of Kaze and show him you just can't walk into CWE and expect to pick up victories. But Kaze looking right here for his first win in CWE.
I would be remiss if I did not mention perhaps the strangest events that transpired before this match back in the locker room or washroom area. It was perhaps bizarre would be the word I was looking for. With Corey Kincaid, Kevin Cannon, all those guys involved in that. Those guys are headed for a confrontation, I would believe.
They certainly are. CWE TV, check it out every week. If you missed the episode, catch it out online and all the details, CWEcanada.ca.
And there's a great, if you're on YouTube, you got a subscription to YouTube, punch in the search engine CWE. All the episodes also are on there, and some interesting backstage footage too on YouTube.
Keep up to date on what's going on in CWE, both in the ring and outside of the ring. CWEcanada.ca. Find us on YouTube. Find us on Facebook. Make sure you find us. That's all I got to say.
Absolutely. We're not hard to find. CWE in your search engine.
April 14th, though, Dave.
Oh.
Got to talk to you a little bit about that.
You're going to tell me who's in the main event?
I certainly am going to tell you who's coming to town.
I've been waiting a whole week for you to tell me.
You're not going to believe this. Former WCW heavyweight champion of the world, the man they call Vader.
Vader is coming to CWE.
That's right. Former WCW superstar, former WWF superstar, and we got Vader coming to town, the Mastodon.
Oh, my.
Comes from the Colorado Rockies right here in Winnipeg, Manitoba, Canada, April 14th. And that show going down, a special start time of 3 p.m. on Sunday, April 14th at 290 Debut Street. CWE presents It's Time.
Vader was just on Raw 3-4 months ago.
He certainly was. He's coming from Monday Night Raw to CWE.
Oh my, oh my. And next week's television main event is one for the ages.
Danny Duggan takes on three-time ECW World Champion, former WWE Intercontinental Champion, former WCW United States Champion, the franchise, Shane Douglas.
I wonder what his home office looks like. Does he hang his championship belts that he's won, Shane Douglas?
He's got enough for every day of the week, I think, so maybe he just walks around with a different title on each day.
And he also captured the NWA Championship many, many moons ago and threw the belt down. He didn't want to be associated with that, and that was the beginning of ECW.
Yeah, a little history there for our younger fans. If you haven't seen that, check it out. It's certainly one of those moments that you will forever remember in professional wrestling history. And Mentallo, we've lost a little bit of focus here on this match. Mentallo kind of shocked at Kamikaze, bringing it to him early on in this contest. Mentallo's got to regroup, get back to it. Kamikaze trying to get the crowd into it early on here in this match, our main event here on CWE TV.
Huge main event, of course, the top stars, including now Vader invading CWE. We've had Tommy Dreamer, Big Papa Pump, Scott Steiner, Tito Santana. We had Native American star Tatanka.
The list goes on and on and on.
Huge. And next week, Shane Douglas.
That's right. I'm liking Tyler Colton's brand new t-shirt representing the tag team he has with Mentallo. M-Max, Mentallo and Colton. And look at that. Beautiful move by Mentallo into the ropes.
Wow.
And a screaming head scissor takeover. That's, to quote Michael Cole, vintage Mentallo.
You know what? The man has the skills. The man has the talent. The man just does not like to follow the rules.
No, he doesn't. He does what it takes to win. He does what it takes to get a victory, and that's treated him well. Former CWE champion, former champion all across this country. Mentallo has held titles wherever he's gone, and he's going to look to add those tag team titles somewhere down the line with Tyler Colton as M-Max. Kamikaze, though, back trying to get in control. A lot of reversals here, back and forth. Mentallo rolls out of that.
A couple months ago.
Arm drag takeover there by Mentallo, and a reversal. Same thing, back and forth by Comic. Look at this. Tough to call. Back and forth action.
I started to say, Mike, back probably 3-4 weeks ago, I was on slam.ca and reading about Mentallo. That's the national column. Lots of stuff, lots of information on professional wrestling. The Canadian, you can link to the Canadian Hall of Fame of professional wrestling on there, and a great story on Mentallo. And the man has traveled all over the world.
He certainly has. Mentallo applauding Kamikaze. Kamikaze returning the favor, and a handshake going out. And you should have expected that. Maybe Kamikaze didn't expect it. He's new here, but he should have.
Yeah, absolutely.
Do your homework. Never shake hands with Mentallo.
That's in like the history of professional wrestling. Never take a handshake.
At least have your other hand cocked, ready to punch somebody.
Absolutely.
And look at this, raking the face, the nose.
This is
simple
the tactics.
and
Oh my
painful.
goodness. Yeah. But you know, that's the thing that just gets under my skin. This guy has all the ability, all the talent, the championship, the resume, and look at him break the rules.
At the end of the day, Dave, you got to realize, and you know this more than anybody, not everyone in CWE is a good person.
No, that's true. There's a lot of rotten people, but I can see the talent in this guy. I can see this.
And look at this.
Look at this, distracting the referee.
He's learned from the best. Colton strangling Kamikaze on that bottom rope with the referee's back turned. He learned from the best. We've been building it up all night. Mentallo, one of the expert cheaters in professional wrestling.
Yeah, you know, and Tyler Colton, you know, the great
Look
looks,
at
the
that.
great body, and
Mentallo didn't quite know what to expect there. Barreled in, shouldn't have done that. Kamikaze over top. Mentallo went for a boot to the midsection, caught by Kamikaze, picks him up. Beautiful back suplex down hard on the back of Mentallo's head. Kick out by Mentallo.
you know, we mentioned this last week on the program. Kamikaze lackadaisical with those covers. You need to hook a leg. You need to put a better position to gain a pinfall other than just the basic lateral press.
Hard into the turnbuckle. Kamikaze following him in. Mentallo flips him over the top. Kamikaze landing on his feet. Mentallo better turn around. He's got something on the way. Shiver to the face there. Kamikaze up to the top rope. Mentallo sending him hard down onto the turnbuckle.
One would describe that as a bit of a love tap, but it was very effective for Mentallo.
Certainly was. Chop to the back. Now he's grabbing that colorful hair and tying him up in the tree of woe. We've seen this before from Mentallo. Oh boy.
I think every guy in the crowd just crossed his legs and
Kelly
winced a little
Russell
bit.
admonishing him, but Mentallo, we're going to see what we see when he gets flying here. Look at this, Colton now in the ring.
What's he doing in the ring?
What is Tyler Colton doing? Mentallo over the top of Colton and down hard with a hesitation drop kick to the face.
Just annoying. He didn't make any contact. The referee could not disqualify Colton for that, but just really, really getting under the skin of the referee, myself, and all of the fans here in the hall tonight.
Kamikaze allowing a 1 count there, getting out of that one quickly. Down to the floor, and he's out there with Colton, who's pounding away, but the referee's back once again turned. We need a second referee out here to deal with Colton, or Kelly Russell.
Checking the elbow pad.
Making sure. I don't believe it's a rule you have to wear elbow pads, Dave.
Kelly Russell has been around so long to fall for that. I just don't understand. A man with his experience, all those miles, hauling around Tony Condello's bags up north. And this now, he kind of all of a sudden goes into the dark side of brilliance.
Backbreaker, and Mentallo just sits on it, putting pressure on that lower back of Kamikaze. You do damage to that lower back, you take out the high-flying ability, you fatigue your opponent, you wear them down. It's amazing how many maneuvers that a professional wrestler will do that start at that lower back.
Absolutely, because that's a lot of things. You get your lower back messed up, you're not going to be able to kick out of pin attempts.
No, you're not. Beautiful senton over the top rope. Shades of the late, great Eddie Guerrero. Mentallo making impressive work here of Kamikaze in his second match here in CWE.
In addition to next week's huge main event between Hotshot Danny Duggan and the franchise Shane Douglas, also we'll see in action Kevin Cannon and Corey Kincaid. That note just handed to me. We saw what transpired in the locker room area between those two, and Sicko will be in action against JJ Sanchez.
That's right, the Super Friends are in action, both of them, JJ Sanchez and Corey Kincaid, in 2 separate matches next week on CWE TV now.
Super Friends, I like that, Mike.
They are. That's what Vicky Shea's been calling them backstage. We love having Vicky on board here on CWE TV.
Super Friends, kind of like Special Olympics.
In a way, They're special friends, they're super friends. Mentallo in control of a guy whose haircut might fit in line with Corey Kincaid's demeanor.
You saw a couple weeks back him playing with my hair.
He's infatuated with hair.
Yeah, but my hair?
I think you got a nice coif going on.
Well, for my age, I don't have that bald spot going. The color might have something to do with it.
Kamikaze grabbing that bottom rope, and Mentallo holding on. Let it go at 3 that time. I thought he would hold on till 4 at least.
Yeah, that's true.
Maybe his ways are changing.
But he's staying on top of his opponent here. Which is a great veteran maneuver.
Powerbomb into a pin. Kick out by Kamikaze.
Wow, strong kick out too.
Kamikaze really wants you to put the emphasis on the Kamikaze.
Yeah. Mentallo going up to the second rope.
Mentallo off.
Oh!
Driving the elbow down. Beautiful elbow drop. 2. Another kick out by Kamikaze. CWE TV main event. I'm Mike Young. If you're just joining us, Mentallo taking on Kamikaze. Tyler Colton at ringside. And I'm joined, as always, by Dynamite Dave Petro.
Thank you, Mike. It is always my pleasure and my honor to be sitting here at ringside from last couple of weeks. Last 2 weeks you've been back, but go back 4 weeks when I had to sit beside ATM, and then that creepy Kevin Cannon kind of started off the show and then deserted me.
ATM took on Kamikaze last week on CWE TV, picked up a victory over him. Cam looking for his first win in CWE, taking on one of the toughest guys, and one of the guys who finds a way to win no matter who he's facing. That's Mentallo.
And speaking of ATM, Anderson Tyson Moore, 2 weeks' time, we'll see him taking on the pissed off pitbull, Robbie Royce, in our main event.
Hurricane Rana there by Kamikaze, trying to get this match back in his favor. Referee Kelly Russell working that 10 count now. We could see a double count out here. Both men can't make the 10 count.
Yeah. Now, this little bit of a break definitely would benefit Mentallo, because Mentallo, with the great strategy, a bit of a strategist, if you will, he can, right now, using this bit of a break, to plot what his next move can be on the youngster, Kamikaze.
Trying to get his wits back. He's been dominated for the last several minutes here in this matchup, trying to gain control of this match. Clothesline. Another clothesline. Mentallo slower to get back up. Kamikaze ducks under. Inverted atomic drop there. Follow that up with a foot to the chin. Very nice spinning heel kick to the face of Mentallo. And Kamikaze staying on top of him.
Yeah, didn't get a lot on that foot, but enough to knock Mentallo down.
Beautiful back body drop. Mentallo down the center of the ring and rolling smartly towards his tag team partner, Tyler Colton. And now they're out on the floor. Mentallo can't get pinned out there.
But Kamikaze's got something on his mind here.
Kelly Russell's in the way.
Bail
Nope. Beautiful somersault plunge out to the floor. Takes Colton down, takes Mentallo down, and the CWE crowd enjoying that. They love to see Mentallo and Colton get their due.
2 for the price of 1. But this is not a tag team match, and Kamikaze has to be very careful about exerting extra energy against 2 men when his focus should be on Mentallo.
Well, he's tried to focus on Mentallo in this matchup, but Colton has made himself present 2, 3, 4 times so far in this matchup. 2. Kick out by Mentallo.
I thought he had him.
Cam almost picked up his first victory in CWE.
Kamikaze now.
Look at this, signaling for a rotation off the possible top rope as he heads upstairs.
Mentallo to his feet very quickly.
Look at this, Kamikaze saw him coming, flipped out of the way. Mentallo catches him up on the shoulders.
Got him.
What's going to happen here? Beautiful fireman's carry slam. Mentallo up to the top rope. Moonsault down hard on Kamikaze. 2. Whoa!
You know, I give credit where credit is due. That was a tremendous move by Mentallo, but just didn't have enough. I think it surprised Mentallo more than it surprised me. I thought the match was done.
Kamikaze able to kick out. Another resilient showing here. Hopefully this one ends in a victory for Kamikaze. Mentallo staying on top of him into the ropes. Oh, shin to the face and a foot to the back of the skull. Mentallo picking him up. Beautiful Northern Light suplex with a bridge. 2. And that interesting pin fall attempt might have proved to cost Mentallo that chance at a 3 count.
Yeah, I don't know if he got all the meat that he wanted on that pin attempt because he did have most of his body weight on Kamikaze, but
he took the weight off the shoulders when he broke that bridge.
Exactly right.
Boot to the face. Kamikaze now up to the top rope. Mentallo doesn't know where he is. Drop kick to the back, and Mentallo hard face plant to the top turnbuckle.
This could be a
1,
upset.
2.
Here it is.
Mentallo able to kick out at the last second there. Real nice back and forth contest here. Kamikaze, Mentallo, CWE TV main event.
Huge main event, Mike. Huge main event. These guys are really giving it all for the tremendous audience in attendance, and of course our Canadian-wide and national television audience on
Top
CWE
rope
television.
Hurricane Rana rolls through Mentallo. 1, 2, 3. That's it. Mentallo picks up the victory off a beautiful reversal of that top rope Hurricane Rana by Kamikaze.
Ladies and gentlemen, your winner, Mentallo.
Mentallo picks up the victory. CWE TV. Next week, Danny Duggan takes on the franchise Shane Douglas. Don't you dare miss it.
I won't.
For a DVD copy of tonight's episode, go to cwecanada.ca/TV. CWE music provided by former Kiss guitarist Bruce Kulick. Check out Bruce's new album, BK3, available on cwecanada.ca and kulick.net.